What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Me too. BetOnline.ag.
Join today and receive your 50% welcome bonus at betonline.ag.
The signing of Durant, I think, is a gamble. Crazy good player, but will he ever be the same? It's a big question mark. And that team, nice job on them, right? I mean, at least they went and made a splash, and especially where they were really not that long ago, the laughing stock of the league for the trade with the Celtics. Then they wind up getting Kyrie Irving to come there. And for me, no big deal. See you later. And happy to have Kemba. Bummed that we lost out on Horford. And had they played better this year, probably both of those players would be coming back. But I don't know that they would have done better. And so, I'm interested to see what happens with New Jersey and the other players on the team, not named Durant, who won't play, how they deal with Kyrie during a season where because this is what I think is going to happen. And they may have to do a lot of roster turnover at the end. They were an upstart team this year, not unlike what the Celtics were when Kyrie was out with injuries heading into the postseason. And then Kyrie comes back and, who knows what was going on there. But if he's just waiting for Kevin Durant to come and be healthy, and it's the following season, and he's trying to make the best of this year, I think that's a really odd dynamic for a guy who's got documented character issues at this point. And I wonder what the chemistry is going to be like with anybody who's still around when Durant gets healthy.
Yeah, well, and speaking of another name, Mike Pina just kind of put this on Twitter, is saying, what about Jarrett Allen? Jarrett Allen he's exactly what Boston would need. And I don't know that you can get that in that sign and trade, but it's something to consider in terms of if they can make a sign and trade happen, because they're bringing.
Would you move the Memphis pick for him? I mean, he's a talented young
stop
player.
Moving this you got to stop moving this.
You don't want to move the Memphis pick, but
yeah, I mean, you don't move.
You just covered
for 7th, 8th players, like
my precious.
This is
precious.
No. That's like saying I'm going to trade future Jason Tatum or future Jaylen Brown for it. I mean, you can't.
But Jarrett Allen is good.
He's good, but he's not worth that yet. I mean, and you've already.
Would you trade Jaylen Brown for Jarrett Allen?
No, not right now. Not right now. But he's good. He's a very good player. Could he be great? I don't know. He's got athleticism.
But what do you give up
then to
make that in the sign and trade deal? I just don't know how you make that deal sweet enough. I mean, they're kind of doing Boston a favor anyway, not themselves.
I think you could give up your own pick. I think you could. I think there are assets you could throw into that to make it more worthwhile. It's a question. They have a problem effectively on their end. I mean, yes, they have an asset, but they're not going to be able to get the most out of him because they got DeAndre Jordan, for God's sakes. Why that's a linchpin in all this, I don't know. And now we find out Kyrie and Durant took less money instead of bringing DeAndre Jordan. Okay. I think it's great. Brooklyn did everything they had to do. They did everything they needed to do to make this happen. But would I be surprised if in 18 months we look back and say, geez, that blew up pretty fast? No. And I'm not
look at what happened the last time, like they went and got Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett. Now, age is a little bit different in this scenario. Like, first off, Kyrie is young, right? And that's a big differentiator in that deal. Sure. But Kevin Durant, is not as young as Kyrie and is going to be coming off one of these injuries. And how old's Jordan? I was just looking that up, but I feel like he's on the back end of his career too.
Yeah, he is.
Like, I think he's like 32, right? I'm gonna see.
At least.
I'll tell you right now, 30. Okay, so he's about the same age as Durant. He's way younger than I thought.
He plays like he's 38.
But
I think that's
by the time Durant is healthy, he plays like he's 38. By the time Durant is healthy, that he'll be 31. Let me check on what his birthday is, because he could be even turning 32 that year.
End of this month, he turns 31.
Yeah, there you go. So he'll be 32 and a half by the time he's playing with Durant. Yeah.
Yep. And it's just DeAndre does not have a game that is going to translate well to being older. I mean, he's better once he got out of Dallas, but I I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I know Karis LeVert had a great year. I know that a lot of things, Joe Harris, but I think this year is going to be an eye opener for Brooklyn, and I hope Boston beats the hell out of them. I really do. I want to
I
beat them
think
so
they will.
badly.
That's as much as you're throwing the hate Phillies way, and I definitely want to beat Philly and all of that. I don't have the same level of it's the Kyrie
Oh
factor.
no, they're
It's the
turning you.
no. I'm not. I live in Pennsylvania. I'm not becoming a 76ers fan. I just have never harbored like the competitive piece. Yes, right. Like that's a team I actually because I was looking forward to the young pieces on the 76ers and the young pieces on the Celtics kind of battling for years to come and hopefully wanting the Celtics to come out on top every time. But I just thought that could be a really cool thing to watch. And I thought I'd really enjoy that from entertainment value standpoint, right? But
Mhm.
but the Nets, like, and especially it must be the Kyrie thing, because how down I am on Kyrie, but I definitely don't want to see it that way. All right, so what do you think? Which one is more likely to get well, Horford's going to get love in Boston, right? And Kyrie is not.
Oh yeah, it's going to be ugly.
Or do you think the
Absolutely.
team will be good to Kyrie? Like, will he get his video and all
No,
that?
no video.
You think
No.
you think that the team is pissed
Listen, okay,
internally
listen.
and
We got to talk about this video thing, and I know it's going to come up. There is no video video prize for someone who played all of what 9 playoff games for the Celtics and put in some of the worst 4 performances consecutively of any Celtic in history. I mean, you compare that to what Isaiah did, and it's night and day difference. A lot of people are saying, "What we give video tributes for anyone now, don't we?" Like, come on. I, I'm all for being
you agree,
lenient with
stop
that,
him.
but well, no, not even that, but just like
Just for the right players, the ones who
there is
endear
a
themselves.
reason.
Yes.
There is a reason why we're in the situation we're in, and I'm not going to say it's all Kyrie or it's all
No,
the
but
media or this,
Horford
but I'm
deserves
not
the
getting all that.
video and Kyrie does not.
Yeah,
And this is
for
a
years.
statement coming from you. This is a statement because you're not you've been all on bring Kyrie back and
Sure.
so the fact that now what changed you? Was it the Jackie Mack article? Like why are you now like I mean, I get it. I get it from a very objective standpoint and not emotionally being perturbed at Kyrie that he just didn't put enough time on the court and they didn't go far enough in the postseason with him and dot for him to get the video because he was barely here for a sandwich, right?
Yeah.
And a cup of
Right.
coffee, maybe a donut. I get that. But at the same time, Isaiah really wasn't here that long either. But what he did is had just the best season of his career, an emotional leader, an igniter, had us far exceeding anything that we could have expected. And instead, Kyrie is, subpar. But is that it? You're just objective about we can't give everybody a video and he doesn't deserve one? Or have you soured on Kyrie and the more you read the Jackie Mack thing, you're like, because you said just now there's a reason why we're where we're at right now.
Sure. Sure. He has blame. He has a lot of blame for the way things fell apart this season. I was waiting for, I was willing to take him at his word. Let's put it that way. And I felt like he was not honest with his word.
No, he had this all lined up long
What
before it
whether
happened, I
he
think.
whether he did or didn't, I know that I've heard that throughout. I mean, oh, he's gone, he's gone, he's gone. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. He's saying otherwise. Well, now he's done otherwise, other than what he said, and that's the sort of thing that say, okay,
Yeah,
well,
you
then that's
heard
where
I
you are.
love you, and now you feel lied to, and that's that.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that
Yeah.
it's that simple. I mean, he's a great player. He has a lot of talent, but everything that comes out of his mouth is usually a mess. And that's not the way to lead a team. And he's going to be the leader of the Brooklyn Nets for a 12-month period until Kevin Kevin Durant is able to play. And even when he plays, he's not going to be back to being Kevin Durant. It's going to be a lot of this season for Gordon Hayward. And, good luck to you, Brooklyn.